Even at IKEA, for so long, I didn't see anyone that looked like me, that sounded like me, that came from my background. You know, we had a handful, maybe, if that, of Latino leaders that Hispanic Heritage Month would come around. They were the ones that would always be interviewed, the ones that were always being highlighted. And I'm like, hey, we're here. You have a lot of great, talented Latinos in this organization. And so, you know, I did my best to, you know, really position myself to, you know, move up in the organization. But I always knew when I did that, I was going to do it with intention. And so, you know, I joined our BRGs. I joined the BRG. We have a Hispanic BRG, business resource group, because it was important for me to show the hundreds of members that are part of that BRG. Our Latino BRG is the biggest one in the company. We have
Love
7.
that. Talking about being represented, that's
Yes.
fantastic.
And so I started with, you know, doing segments and just, you know, having conversations and what I would call micro mentorship moments. And, you know, I, as I was moving up in my career at IKEA, it was really important for me to bring the rest of the generation up with me, right? Highlighting folks that are doing amazing jobs in the units, that are just unsung heroes because, you know, they're not in the spotlight. They're not so, you know, I made it my mission to really spotlight these coworkers, put them on a track of growth, but also identify members in the organization that could be mentors for these individuals. And that's just been really who I am authentically. I have always been a nurturer, empathetic caregiver, and I think it's so important to have the champions in your organization to help lift you up, because I was lucky enough to have a few for me, and I really wanted to pay it forward.